Good morning, y'all. Well, I'm up. Got my skillet on so I can talk for just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. What did we do? Yesterday we got those potatoes planted. Mr. Terry was kind of complaining with his hip and he has hip problems and he won't go do anything about it. So when he overdoes it, sometimes he feels it. And he can sleep in the recliner, but then when he goes to bed, it hurts worse. But anyway, we got him planted, and he's happy that we got him planted. But I wanted to tell you a funny story about a few years ago. We live out here on the farm, and we did grow. We were contract poultry growers, and we grow beef cattle. So actually have several acres, and it's spread out from the house here. It's spread out up the road, and the beef cattle are up the road. And even to get to the herd, you go past where our son used to live and our daughter used to live. The son's still up that way, but the daughter has built a new house and moved a mile or two away. But anyway, you'd have to take the tractor and the hay and go by their houses to put the hay out for the cows back there. And one day I went with Terry one cold winter morning, went back there with him to hay the cows, and we got back there, and there was an old cow that had twins, and she was down, and she couldn't get up, because I guess having them twins was hard on her. But there was them two little old baby twins way back there. That's probably a quarter, half mile back there. So anyway, what are we going to do? Because we're on the tractor, we can't take the babies to the house on the tractor because there's two of them, and they were probably going. Well, they were okay, but they were going to have to be moved up to the house, this area, so we could take care of them. So anyway, we made the quick decision that Terry would take the tractor back to the house. I would stay with the babies back there. He'd take the tractor back to the house and get the truck, little old farm truck we was driving at the time, which was a little old Isuzu. wasn't a very big truck, but we knocked around the farm in it. So anyway, he comes back to the house and he gets that farm truck, and then he goes back up to where I'm sitting with the babies, and we put them two babies in the back of the truck. And I decided I'd just ride back there with them so they wouldn't try to get up and fall out on the way home. So anyway, here I am in the back of the truck with them two babies. And about the time we get in front of the daughter-in-law, the son and daughter-in-law's house, them babies are kind of wiggling around. So I'm just kind of laying in the back of the truck over them two babies. Probably looks kind of funny, but I didn't want them babies to get up and fall out of the back of the truck, because I was just kind of halfway on and halfway off the truck. Or, my hind end was sitting on the end gate up in there a little way with my two legs hanging out. But we went by the daughter-in-law's house, and I guess she happened to see us. So we go on home, and we no more to get down here to my house, and the phones are ringing. And I forget whether it's been 7, 8 years ago now. I forget whether it was the son or the daughter. What's wrong with Mama? What's wrong with Mama? So and so seen her go by and looked like she was hurt. But anyway, the son was at work and he was calling, and then next thing I know, I think it was the daughter-in-law was driving up down here in the yard to see what was wrong with Mama. Wasn't nothing wrong with Mama. She was just holding them babies down there and back the truck. So anyway, those babies, I'm not sure what happened to the mama. It's been too long ago. I don't know if she ever got up and survived or not. I'm sure we went to the vet and got the medicine that she would need for it. The babies did survive, and I remember putting them on for sale on Facebook at that time, and somebody come and bought them both, because I didn't want to feed them two babies. That was more of a job than I wanted to do. Now I feed bottle babies if I have to, and I took care of them until we sold them. But somebody wanted them, so they come and bought them and got rid of them two. But seemed like we might have already had one or two on a bottle that year. But anyway, wasn't nothing wrong with Mama, but everybody was a thinking there was. You just never know what's going to happen out on the farm. You really don't. And that was even before the tractor ran over me and broke my leg. Now that day they had to load me up in the truck that day, and I had to go to the emergency room and get my leg in a cast is what happened at that time. But wasn't nothing wrong with me that time. I just holding them babies down and back the truck. All right, I better check my bacon. That's my funny story for today. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a fun day. Don't get hurt or anything. Have a fun day.